Introduction. What is sexual harassment? In human resource management, sexual harassment refers to any unwanted sexual behavior that creates a work environment that is uncomfortable, threatening, or humiliating, whether it's occurs verbally, physically, or visually. Two examples for sexual harassment, which is verbal and physical. For verbal, a colleague continues to make sexual comments and ask inappropriate personal questions even after being warned that the behavior is unacceptable. For physical, a manager touches an employee's shoulders, waist, and tries to hug them without permission or blocks their way to get too close.
I'm Faisha. After discussing the introduction of this issue, now let's focus on the positive impact of addressing sexual harassment at workplace. First, let's look at the first impact on employee. The first impact is greater awareness of right at work. Employee become more knowledgeable about what behavior is acceptable and unacceptable, and they know their rights are protected by human resource policy and the law. Secondly, more courage to speak up and report cases. Employees feel more confident to raise their voice and report harassment because they know there are clear procedures and they will be supported. Thirdly, is employee gain to access to support system such as counseling, training session, and human resource protection. These resources provide guidance and emotional support for those who need. Finally, employees are able to learn professional boundaries and respect. This experience creates a healthier and more respectful relationship between colleagues in the workplace. Now, let's focus on the positive impact on organization. Firstly, company develop anti-harassment policy and procedure. This make the workplace safe and ensure that rules are clear for everyone. Secondly is organization achieve improved reputation and public image. When company take harassment seriously, they are seen as responsible and trusted by both employee and the public. Thirdly is there is a safer and more inclusive work culture, which is employee feel comfortable, respected, and more motivated, which increases productivity overall. Lastly, organization ensure legal compliance with labor laws and regulation. By following the law, they reduce legal risk and maintain a professional standard in the workplace.
I will explain to you two negative impacts, which is negative impact of employees and negative impacts of organization. First, negative impact of employees. Sexual harassment can cause serious emotional and physical harm. Victims often experience stress and trauma such as fear, anxiety, and even post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. They may also lose self-confidence, feeling shame, guilty or powerless. Over time, this emotional pressure can lead to mental health problems, including depression, making it very hard to the victim to feel safe and comfortable at work. Sexual harassment also affects the victim's work performance. They often struggle to focus on their task because their mind is disturbed by what happened, their motivation decreases, and they may start skipping work or being absent frequently. If this is continued, it can lead to burnout where the employees feel completely exhausted, both mentally and physically. Lastly, sexual harassment can damage a victim's career and future opportunities. Some victims miss out the promotion or important project because they want to avoid interacting with the harasser. In many cases, employees decide to resign from their job to protect their well-being. This often leads to a higher turnover rate within the company. So far, we have seen how sexual harassment affects employees on a personal level. Now, let's look at how it negatively impacts the organization as a whole. When employees are emotionally disturbed, their productivity decreases because they cannot perform at their best. At the same time, the company must focus on handling harassment cases, which take time and energy away from achieving business goals. They can disturb daily operation and slow down progress. Finally, sexual harassment affects the company's workplace moral and culture. If the problem is ignored, it creates a toxic work environment where employees feel unsafe and fearful. This results in low morale, where workers lose motivation and trust their management, which can harm the organization in the long term.
Hi, I'm Nur Atira binti Jamuddin. Now I will talk about the consequence of sexual harassment at work. Consequences are the long-term outcomes if the issue is not addressed. So the one major long-term consequence for employees is the loss of trust in workplace system. For this point, when the victims see that their complaints are ignored, they start believing that the management will not protect them. This can make them feel no longer safe, supported or valued in the workplace. This also can create a sense of fear and helplessness that stay with them even if they move to a new job. So the another point is permanent career setbacks. The victims may lose confidence in their abilities and avoid taking new opportunities or responsibilities. Because of this, they might miss out on promotions, salary increase, or even leave their field completely. This can damage their long-term career growth and financial stability. Now let's focus on the organization. For organization, one serious consequence is severe reputation damage. When cases of sexual harassment are made public, it can destroy the company's image. Clients, investors, and even job seekers may lose trust in the organization. Rebuilding that reputation can take years, and sometimes it never fully recovers. So the next point is legal liability and repeated lawsuits. Companies that fail to handle harassment properly can face multiple lawsuits, high legal fees, and large compensation payouts. These legal problems can drain company resources and affect its financial stability in the long run.
Now we go to the solutions. The first one is establish clear policies and procedure. Company must develop a comprehensive anti-sexual harassment policy that defines what constitutes harassment, reporting mechanism, and disciplinary actions. Why is this important? Because employees must know their rights, acceptable behavior, and consequences for violations. The second one is introduce confidential reporting system. Establish various self-reporting such as HR hotline and online portal. Ensure complaints are kept confidential and taken seriously. Why is this important? Because victims of sexual harassment often hesitate to report due to fear or embarrassment. So, the safe system encourages reporting. The third one is conduct regular training and awareness programs. Solution is company must provide a mandatory workshops for all employees, including management, on identifying, preventing, and responding to sexual harassment. Why this is important? Because training builds awareness, changes workplace culture, and ensures everyone understands appropriate behavior.
To sum up, sexual harassment is a serious issue that can be significantly impact employees' well-being, productivity, and the reputation of an organization. To address this, HR must implement clear policies, provide conventional reporting channels, conduct awareness training, and take strict action against offenders. Through these steps, the organization can create a safe, professional, and respectful work environment while building trust, improving employee well-being, and enhance long-term organizational success.